Welcome again to the big match, where today we have two games from the First Division and one from the second for you. Our main match is between Chelsea and Liverpool, with so much to say for itself at the top and bottom of the First Division. Also Leeds United against Norwich City, and goals in plenty as we go into the second division for Newcastle United against Charlton Athletic. And we should be talking today to Chelsea's goalkeeper Peter Barotta from Yugoslavia, the latest football import from the continent. And of course the things you've been writing to us about, the letters spot. But first of all, we go off to Stamford Bridge to join the 40,000 crowd there for the match between Chelsea and Liverpool, where Liverpool were the main attractions until Chelsea, late in the week, signed their new goalkeeper.
And here's Chelsea's new goalkeeper, Peter Barotta of Yugoslavia, signed for £80,000 from Partizan Belgrade. He was the captain of Partizan when they won the Yugoslavia Championship last season. He's played 14 times for his country. Last year he was Yugoslavia's goalkeeper of the year, and he says, I look forward to facing such a famous side as Liverpool. And here come this formidable Liverpool team, a side that has now got a 5-point lead at the top of the First Division, and one that's won its last 7 games outright and conceded only 1 goal in doing it, and has scored 18 goals in that time. So let's look at the Chelsea side they face today. They stand one off the bottom of the First Division with a gap of 4 points opening up from the team above them. And it's a young Chelsea side with newcomers Eamon Bannon, aged 20, John Sitton, 19, Mickey Nutton, also 19, and the substitute Jim Doherty, newly arrived from East Stirling, the substitute, he's 22. No room for Peter Osgood or for Duncan McKenzie. And indeed here is Eamon Bannon, Scotland under-21 player from Heart of Midlothian, who scored at Bolton last week. Eamon, a midfield man. Meanwhile, Liverpool, they're unchanged on a ground where they lost in both the FA Cup and First Division last season. Alan Hansen and Jimmy Case are not included, although they are fit to play in the reserves today. Phil Thompson keeps his place in the defence. David Fairclough is the substitute. One family wrote to me this week saying that they'd named their new dog Dalgleish after Kenny Dalgleish. Well, I hope that dog's a whippet, because Kenny is so quick and elusive and red hot right now. He's already got 16 goals to his credit this season. The referee today is Tony Glasson from Salisbury, and now we're ready for a match between the team at the top and one so desperately close to the bottom. So away we go then. Chelsea attacking the goal to our left in an all strip of blue with white socks. Liverpool all in red. If you're watching in black and white, then Chelsea have slightly the darker strip. But watch out for those white socks. And what a ferocious test then for this young Chelsea side. Talking to Danny Blanchard, the Chelsea manager, before the game, he was hard put to it to find a side that had been more formidable over the years than Liverpool have been. He mentioned Manchester United way back and his great Tottenham side way back. But for sheer consistency, well, this Liverpool side over the years really takes some beating. Ray Clements. David Johnson heading it on. That was Nutton getting the touch there for Chelsea. And the ball back here now with David Stride. And the first touch as a Chelsea player for Peter Barotta. Walker played such a prominent part in that cup defeat of Liverpool last season. Phil Neal playing it in now for Dalgleish. One of those lovely characteristic turns of his, but a good and a quick interception by Graham Wilkins. Harris. Ray Wilkins, who's got to play a big part. A real class player in this Chelsea side. Harris playing in front of the Chelsea back line. Neal just a little too strong there on Stride, and a free kick. Ray Wilkins. Harris with Dalgleish trying to stop him. Harris going all the way, and there might be something here yet for Chelsea. Oh, my word, and Langley put it against the post in the end after great work between Wilkins and Langley, and a certain amount of confusion in that Liverpool defence. And it was Langley who, certainly from this angle, appeared to hit Clements' post, with Clements with no chance really of making a save. Oh, and a slight misunderstanding there between Sitton and Barotta. indicating that they've, of course, not played together before. Barotta came a long way for it, but Sitten prepared to take it into his own hands, or rather with his head for the corner, which Highway is now going to take for Liverpool. And the header, well, somehow Kennedy got a beautiful header in there. I think it probably bounced off the goalkeeper. Good corner and a swooping header by Kennedy. Stride, not much space, but he made very good use of it. Finding Wilkins. Bannon, well forward. Wilkins keeping that in play beautifully, Ray Wilkins for Chelsea. Stanley. Good play here. Wilkins now finding Walker. Now can he do something against Neil? The crowd thought there was an obstruction by the Liverpool defender. The referee thought otherwise. McDermott now sending Dalglish on his way. Look at the keeper right out. My word, that could have been disastrous for Barotta. That could have been the most embarrassing moment. The impetuousness really of him coming right out there. It was never going to be his ball. And Dalglish could really have made him look silly. But a defender rescued him, and Barotta breathes again. Here's the corner. Dalglish with it. McDermott crossing it in, and Barotta's ball. My word, what a red face he would have had if Dalglish could have planted that into an empty net. Bannon to Langley. Stanley off in chase, but Hughes is there. Well, misunderstanding now at the other end between those two Liverpool men, Ray Clemence and Emlyn Hughes. Langley looked as though he might cause a bit of problem, a few problems there for Liverpool. Clemence came out. Whether Hughes didn't hear his call, I don't know. But Hughes headed it away, and it's a corner. Well, broad smile. Got a bit of pain there too from Emlyn Hughes, and a corner for Chelsea. Clive Walker with it. And Ray Kennedy away as far as Ron Harris. Walker in there. Souness hooking it away. And that's going to be a Chelsea throw. Nutton. A long ball forward to Langley, but it was Phil Thompson who won that in the air. McDermott playing it back to Neil. It's a rousing performance by Chelsea. They're in no way allowing Liverpool to settle at the moment. Now Harris versus Johnson. A good old-fashioned shoulder charge. But it seems neither the referee or linesman enjoyed that. And in fact, Tony Glasson is calling, I don't know whether it's David Johnson or Ron Harris. He's calling Ron Harris to him. See one or two people in the crowd in the background not happy with that. But a yellow card for Ron Harris for the incident just there. Kennedy. It's the old thing, when one Liverpool player gets into trouble, there's always somebody that seems to help him out, but Stride has got the legs of McDermott there. Good skill. And a lovely pass by David Stride that finds Ray Wilkins. Tommy Langley. And really Chelsea going well at the moment without having great thoughts that they might be able to break this Liverpool side down, but certainly conceding nothing. Really a question of just how far their enthusiasm will take them before their lack of experience finds them out. David Stride here with the throw. Yes, he leaves it for his skipper, Ray Wilkins. Walker. Langley back to Wilkins. Now Harris. And a shot on goal, just wide. Well, that was a nice move with Chelsea, and Ray Wilkins, who's in sparkling form at the moment for them, setting that up for Harris to drive it a yard and a bit wide of Ray Clements's goal. So in the last 10 minutes of the first half, without a goal so far, but Chelsea, I think, for all that, would be well satisfied with the way they've come here today, and they've really taken on these league leaders. And they've got a corner there off Phil Thompson. Walker with it. Sitton's come up in there, and Langley's in there, and for a moment Clements, yes, you look at the face. He didn't know where it was, and he knew he had a bit of luck there, did Ray Clements. Souness, Alan Kennedy, long searching ball there. Dalglish might be in there. Boruta did well there. What a beautiful ball from Kennedy, always searching in there for the likes of Kenny Dalglish. And it looked for a moment as though Dalglish might just nick in there, but Boruta, the Yugoslav keeper, very bravely out. Time to pause and reflect now for the Yugoslav. He's 27 years old on Monday. And it's John Sitton who needs a bit of treatment now. So we come to the last 5 minutes of the first half. Chelsea have run and chased and competed superbly, really, against Liverpool. We still have the feeling, though, that if anybody is going to put a move together and nick a goal, it will be Liverpool. But it's goalless at the moment. Wilkins. McDermott. Wilkins. Now Langley. Might be interesting. The angle's not going to be easy for him, and so he had to turn it back. Gary Stanley in there, and Stanley might get a chance to play it back. What a pity for Chelsea that was. It looked as though Stanley might be able to play it back for Bannon, and had he done that, then it would have been a formality for Bannon. Liverpool, again uncharacteristic, in all sorts of troubles there. Langley doing a good job, and Stanley taking it up, but Liverpool getting it away in the end for the corner. Walker with that corner, floated in there, and against the post, and off the line, and down goes Ray Clements. Well, how close can you get? The woodwork again, and it was Eamon Bannon who crashed a shot against it, and when it came out, Liverpool not knowing where they were, it was Gary Stanley with the shot that Liverpool blocked on the line. And there's no doubt about it that Chelsea have done well. They've carried the battle to Liverpool, and they are well deserving to be on terms as we come towards half-time. In fact, apart from that heart-stopping moment when Boruta came out of his goal, and it looked for a moment as though Dalglish might have an empty goal to shoot at, it's Chelsea who have twice hit the woodwork, Langley and Bannon. And the crowd are rising on that far side to Chelsea, and to Ron Harris I suggest in particular, who's had a brilliant first half, the old man amongst all these youngsters, but it's his enthusiasm really that has spread right through this Chelsea team. And they've never given Liverpool one moment to settle down and play their own very effective game. So a lot still to come on the big match today, and a half-time score here at Stamford Bridge that reads Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. We'll be back with the second half. back to Stamford Bridge then. Liverpool now attacking the goal to our left. Chelsea are the team wearing the white socks, and Johnson, well, what a sensational start that might have been to the second half. In fact, the feet of Johnson were too high on Barotta as he came out. It's a free kick, but nonetheless a brave piece of goalkeeping right at the start of the second half by this Yugoslav. Kennedy, Dalglish's little touch, and Kennedy, and now Dalglish, and a good piece of goalkeeping. Well, he's given a goal kick, but I'm sure in my mind that the keeper in fact got a touch to that. Well, maybe I was wrong, but certainly Dalglish was lining that up to curl that in by the far post. I got the impression that Barotta got down very quickly, certainly, and Mayo got a touch to put it past the post. Well, in any case, it's a free kick, but also an illustration of how quick the reflexes of this Yugoslav keeper are. Now, can Walker pick this one up? Can Langley get in there? Well, it required just a little more than Tommy Langley could give it. But certainly Liverpool looking just a little bit unhappy there as that move developed. A long high ball that fell for Langley, and he was suddenly in and behind that Liverpool defence. That doesn't happen often. But he couldn't turn and find a shot to beat Clements. Harris, Langley, Stride, who's had a really good game for Chelsea so far this afternoon. Thompson, Harris, Wilkins, Walker again lurking down that left touchline, and Wilkins has found him. It's a quicker cross this time, and Kennedy was keen to put and anxious to put that behind. Good burst by Walker, well picked out by Wilkins. And Kennedy did what was safe for Liverpool, giving Chelsea the corner. With coming up to 10 minutes of the second half gone. Sitton's up there on the goal line. Well, it might come. Clements pouring that one away. Ray Wilkins in there, claiming a handball, but he got no takers as far as referee and linesman are concerned. Gary Stanley's in there. Liverpool massing in defence to get it away. And they've given it away. Another corner. So, Chelsea, with the momentum going their way at the moment. The corner comes swinging in there. Harris with the shot! That corner from Ray Wilkins swinging mercilessly in there and causing Liverpool a few problems. Clements getting up there to fist it away. Harris with the shot. Highway, Ray Kennedy. Now Dalglish, an offside flag on the far side. An offside flag. Nothing will count. Nothing will count. Go it, Kenny, but it won't count. No. The whistle had gone. The whistle had gone a long, long time before. And I think it's got to come back again because Tony Glasson's not happy from the exact position where the free kick was taken. That's the Liverpool bench. David Fairclough, the substitute there. And at the end, Bob Paisley, Liverpool manager. And Souness being called to referee Tony Glasson. He's going to get a yellow card. Worrying times for the Chelsea chairman, Brian Mears there, bottom left. Just across the gangway, I've no doubt we shall have John Smith, the Liverpool chairman. Yes, on the outside is Peter Robinson, the secretary. Next to him, talking, is John Smith, the Liverpool chairman. Bannon. Harris. Wilkins. Oh, and a back heel by Ray Wilkins to Ray Kennedy. And now Dalglish. Oh, and a quick save! What a lovely piece of football. Dalglish hit that, and that really would have surprised so many people. A beautiful shot. But what a lovely piece of goalkeeping too by Peter Barotta. Ray Kennedy. And again Dalglish is in there, and again Barotta's there. That's a Liverpool throw. And they are bringing on Jim Doherty, and they are taking off Gary Stanley. Gary Stanley has been playing up front, but he's probably better known as a midfielder. And so Jim Doherty from East Stirling comes on for his first game for Chelsea. £50,000 he cost. Oh, Nutton with a header that goes for the Liverpool corner. Inside the last 10 minutes. So McDermott with the corner for Liverpool. Ray Kennedy going in there. Oh! He's grown in confidence, Barotta, as this game has gone on, and he looks at the moment capable of grabbing anything. Final whistle, 0-0. And again, the crowd on the far side rising to Chelsea and the way they performed. And Danny Blanchflower goes away, I would think, pretty well pleased as he shakes hands here with Bob Paisley, with the way his Chelsea team has performed. And what about this Yugoslav goalkeeper, Peter Barotta, who got better, yes, a thumbs up to the camera, who got better as the game went on and pulled out one really superlative save from Kenny Dalglish. A Yugoslav who's come and settled down very quickly, and a handshake from Ray Clements, the England goalkeeper, to Yugoslavia's national goalkeeper. Well, the two goalkeepers between them foiled everybody, leaving us with a blank score sheet. A final score then here in an absorbing game at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, Liverpool 0. And now Dalglish. Oh, and a quick save! What a lovely piece of football.
Well, no goals, but there were smiles in plenty at Chelsea after that game. Indeed, it was almost as though they'd won it. And I suppose, in a way, it was a victory over the gloom and despair that had begun to stifle the club. And Danny Blanchflower's done a good job so far, but his eyes, I think, are more on the long-term future of Chelsea right now. Even so, Liverpool's Bob Paisley said afterwards, Chelsea deserved more than just a point. They've not played like this all season, otherwise they wouldn't be at the bottom. We had a bit of luck and were fortunate to be level at half-time. And indeed, Liverpool were fortunate to be level at half-time. When you look again how close Chelsea came to taking the lead. Here we are, this is after just 3 minutes, when Ron Harris has a shot charge down there. Look at Ray Wilkins pouncing on it, chesting it down. Liverpool at this stage all over the place, and what bad luck. I didn't realise at the time that ball came off Tommy Langley's knee and against the post, and safely there gathered by a very much relieved Ray Clements. This corner from Clive Walker, it's Mickey Nutton who gets the header in there, not Eamon Bannon, who I thought, first of all, apologies to Mickey for that. And then Gary Stanley gets that one charged away. As Bob Paisley said, they could easily have been 1 or 2 goals down at half-time, and that's how close Chelsea came, in fact, to winning the game yesterday. And there was a lot for them and for their supporters to be pleased about, except, of course, as you've seen, they had none of the luck.
Well, that's right. We didn't have much luck today. We hit the post a couple of times. But, you know, we've got to start putting these chances away. Yes,
but, I mean, there's still this gap at the bottom. I mean, it's still a big battle ahead of you, isn't it?
Oh, a hell of a battle, yeah. We've got to start winning a lot of games. And today I thought we were very unlucky not to to start this run of winning games. But at least we've not lost. You know, we can't afford to lose any more games.
Do you feel it's a forlorn hope for Chelsea, or do you think there is? I mean, you say we haven't got to lose any more games. I mean, that's really unrealistic, isn't it, to be honest?
No, I think it's quite realistic. I think we can't afford to lose any games. Like, the Wolves are doing quite well. I don't know how they got on today, but they keep pulling away from us. And we've got to get up into that fourth spot. We can't afford to stay second or third, which at the moment it looks very much as if we are going to do. So we've got to start winning and picking up a lot of points.
Would this be the best performance since Danny Blanchflower joined you, do you think?
I think so, yes. Yeah, I think the crowd helped us as well. You know, the crowd was very good. And let's hope we can just start picking up some more points.
Danny was reluctant to appear on television. He said, Ray Wilkins does all the talking for me on the field. Let him do the talking for me off the field. What is it that he's brought, can you say, as a player to this club?
I think he doesn't fear anybody. He doesn't let any of that come into the dressing room. He thinks every team that comes here we're going to beat. And I think eventually it starts to rub off on a few players. And I think it's a great attitude. If we lose, he says you learn something. But he's never dull in his face. He's always smiling. And I think he's done very, very well.
I think he must be smiling about his goalkeeper today.
I think so, yes.
Tell me what you felt about his first performance for Chelsea.
Well, as I said earlier on, I think his demand in the 18-yard box was fantastic. And I think just lately we've not quite had that. And he was pushing our defence forward, which gave him a lot of room in the 18-yard box. And I thought we played a very good game.
Well, what about this new goalkeeper, Peter Barotta from Yugoslavia? I think he could well become one of the big characters in London football on this showing. He does speak a little English, and although you may find some of it a little hard to understand, we thought nonetheless that you'd like to hear what he has to say. Were you nervous before today's game?
No, I'm a professional. I have played 500 match in Yugoslavia.
Yes,
I played 10 years.
But it's still a big match here for you in front of a big crowd for
Newcastle. I play any big match.
Is it very different playing as a goalkeeper in England from Yugoslavia?
Yes, very different. In English football, very strong. Many shoot, many kick, and very quick football. Yes. And strong, no better for goalkeeper. In Yugoslavia, easy, technical.
Yes.
Same Brazilian. Yes, that's in English more problems for keeper. Yeah.
That really was a point won then for Chelsea rather than one lost. And when you look at the bottom of the First Division now, with Birmingham, Queen's Park Rangers, Wolves and Derby all losing yesterday, it's interesting. And as Danny Blanchflower pointed out, Queen's Park Rangers, Wolves, Middlesbrough and Derby have all yet to play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And if Chelsea can just find somebody to knock in a goal or two, well, on yesterday's encouraging showing, they must still be in with a very good chance of staying up. Now our second match as we go into the second division for Charlton Athletic's visit yesterday to Newcastle. Charlton without Mick Flanagan, who's in dispute with the club, and without Derek Hales, who's injured, so they're a little bit under strength. But what an entertaining game it turned out to be. Covered by Tyne Tees Television, Roger Thames is the commentator, Charlton in the plain shirts.
Mattress. Martin. Brownlee on the overlap. Within the middle. Shipley's with him, though. Still Brownlee. It's a good turn, and that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Alan Shoulder turned so quickly there, right inside the box, brought down immediately. There's no doubt about that one. That must be a penalty. Shoulder against Johns. No mistake. No mistake. Alan Shoulder's third goal of the season. He tucked it coolly in the bottom left-hand corner. Nicky Johns went the wrong way, had no chance at all. Peacock. It's a bit of trouble there. It's the equaliser. A slack bit of work there by Kenny Mitchell. Lets in Charlton Athletic for the equaliser. He'll be very, very annoyed with himself about that one. And it gives Steve Britt the chance to pull one goal back for Charlton Athletic. Mitchell with his free kick.
totally wasted, though. Cut out by Brisley. Natras pushed into space for Hibbett. Brownlee going up outside him. Walker. Shoulder running across the box. Walker, will he try one? Can't get the room for the shot. Again for Brownlee wide on the right. Good pushing by With, no. Chance now for Martin. Oh, what a soft goal. Mick Martin gets the goal for Newcastle. It wasn't a particularly well-struck shot. Nicky Johns got down to it and it just bobbled over his forearms and into the net. Well, the crowd appealing for handball, but it's broken for Newcastle anyway. Shoulder now popping up on the left. Walker in support. Only got With ahead of him to aim for, but he finds him. Patient bit of build-up here by Newcastle. Martin the chance to put it into the box. Brownlee another chance. It's a nice 1-2 there. Brownlee, oh, Nicky Johns nearly let in another one there. John Brownlee shot from a very oblique angle and Johns was in the right position at the near post, but somehow or other the ball just slithered past him. Unfortunately, Dave Shipley was there. Kenny Mitchell just about wins that one. There's another foul there. Peter With, he's getting so used to punishment this season. He's such a willing worker. Shipley, the man tight on him, committing that foul. Walker chips it in. It's in. Kenny Mitchell looks delighted, and no wonder. Well, Nigel Walker's free kick floated in there, nice and high. Kenny Mitchell comes in, gets up highest of the lot, and that's it. 3-1 in the lead now. Now it's Powell. Getting the free kick, Brownlee penalised. Lines with the red flag, Mr. Ray Fairley going on the pitch, telling him exactly where to put the free kick. Peacock with it. And it's in! Well, how did that one get through from Dave Shipley? Keith Peacock lifted the free kick right across that Newcastle defence. It came all the way, and in came Dave Shipley at the back and knocked his header back across Steve Hardwick. So, early touch for Nicky Johns. He's had an eventful first half, if nothing else. Now he's got the added problem of having to kick the ball into the wind. Does very well with that one. Conley, a nice flick for With. Shoulders in the middle, more support arriving through Connolly. With still has to turn this ball across. He does. Martin! That's there by Shoulder! Newcastle United get the second half underway just as they got the first. With delayed his cross, over it came. Martin knocked it back across the face of the goal. There was Alan Shoulder nipping in to score his second goal of the game. Shoulder getting stuck in there, winning that one. Yet again, Shipley and With battle for it. Shipley wins this time. Berry. Sure, Berry's on for the return if he wants it. Still Shaw in a bit of trouble here. John Connolly's with a chance. He's taken it! John Connolly, the scorer. Well, he was under pressure all the way as he came through there. Charlton Athletic got themselves in a muddle on the right of the defence, but John Connolly came away with the ball, shrugged off the challenges, and put the ball in the net. No trouble at all. Hibbett. Parkinson, the shoulder. Barton. Maybe we'll get to that one. Shaw now. And that's in. Well, that goal came just absolutely out of nothing from Martin Robinson. Full-back Shaw had the ball on the right, seemingly no danger at all, knocked it inside to Robinson, and he let fly, and that was in the back of the net.
It's time for your letters. And first, let me bring you up to date with my reference a couple of weeks ago when the cry was so loud for summer football in Britain, with a season, of course, lasting from March to November. I asked for your comments, and here's how you voted about summer soccer. 50% of you said no to summer soccer, with many of you saying that it's a traditional winter game. You want it to stay that way. 24% were in favour, saying that football in better conditions would improve the skill factor and make it more appealing for families. 26% of you said let's stick to the winter game, but with an important proviso that more clubs should do what Leicester City have done with their hot air balloon and Arsenal and Leeds with their under-soil heating to make sure that the games get played. Well, there's no doubt that one team whose championship hopes slithered away in all the ice and snow, that was Everton. They lost at Southampton when they felt the pitch was unfit for play, and that somehow got into their minds, and they were still out of sorts when they lost at home to Ipswich last week. And Deborah Wilson of 7 Kent Road, Acton Green in Chiswick, who I suspect is an Ipswich supporter, has asked to see that Ipswich winner. I suspect we might also be seeing the moment when Everton's title hopes were killed off, particularly when they first missed this penalty.
Linesman is flagging, and the referee has given a penalty. So it is Billy Wright stepping up to take the penalty. And he's put it wide. It's been a game of errors and accidents, and that is the worst so far. Lyons to Wright. King. Woods with Muren going outside him, and Brazil streaking into the middle. That's left Mariner free, and he's got the goal.
A costly defeat that for Everton, and I suppose I should say, in case that lady Evertonian who a couple of weeks ago threatened to strangle me with her bare hands because she thought I'd been unfair to her team, in case she's watching, I should of course add that Everton won yesterday, beating Queen's Park Rangers 2-1. All right, our last game today is Leeds United against Norwich City. Leeds knocked out of the cup this week, but now including Kevin Hurd in their side, the defender they bought from Blackburn for £356,000 this week. And indeed, Leeds going hard for a place high enough in the table to qualify for Europe. So Leeds against Norwich, the pictures from Yorkshire Television, the commentator's Martin Tyler, Leeds in the all-white strip.
Peters and Padden. Robson has made a run, we'll have to check back, and Peters saw a gap, and the shot was on target, and Harvey, perhaps just for a second caught lacking in concentration, had to race across his line. With Martin Peters sensing an opening, and Harvey making the save. Now Hurd. Out from Hoadley. Frank Gray. Powell Hawley, and John Hawley ends a barren spell. With 19 minutes gone in the first half. A goal that brings genuine pleasure to the scorer. Gone 8 games without a goal. And it broke to him, and he wasted no time on the left foot, flashing the shot past Hansbury to put Leeds United in front. John Ryan for Norwich. Robson. This is Bond. And Fashanu misses. Kevin Bond on the far side has gone down, head into the turf in amazement. And Justin Fashanu seemed to be right on the goal line, looking for his first league goal, and surely he'll have no easier chance than that. Flynn. Good turn from Robson, and he was unlucky. But deflected off Ryan for Bond. And Kevin Bond gets a goal out of nothing. And well may he smile. It was Curry just trying to drill the ball away. I think it deflected off Ryan. It went straight to Bond, who controlled it, and then just rifled his shot past David Harvey. So it's 1-1, 11 minutes into the second half. Simmons dispossessing Harris. Parkinson's header goes straight to Peters. Now Hurd. Enjoyed a lot of freedom in the first half. Now finds himself in the centre of a battle and makes a mistake under pressure. Robson. Fashanu this time. Well, one really must trace that back to the mistake by Kevin Hurd, which gave Norwich possession. And when the ball was switched to the left, Robson played it in, and Fashanu at the far post, bending forward, turned it into the back of the net. Graham. He's going to need some character now from Leeds to lift themselves back into this game. That was Peters, nearly letting Flynn in, an open goal for Curry, and then Hawley. So the call was for character, and Leeds came up with it. It was Martin Peters, I'm afraid, with the back pass that Flynn got in on. It broke loose, seemed simply for Curry. He couldn't quite get enough velocity into it. And then John Hawley stretching forward, turning it over the line.
So some great action from a game that ended in a 2-2 draw. And that's it. Thank you again very much for joining us. And coming up next on this channel, more sport with the Birmingham International Show Jumping Championships. That is, except for Ulster Television. And of course, coming up next weekend, a special FA Cup tie edition of the big match, when we shall feature for you 2 of the games from the 6th round. Today, though, we've had some showmanship of another sort from that bubbling Yugoslav goalkeeper, Peter Barota of Chelsea. His game got better the longer it went on at Stamford Bridge yesterday. A first appearance to make Chelsea happy.
Dalglish on the turn again. What a lovely little cross. And it was Stride who got it away to Ray Wilkins. And Wilkins could be in trouble, but, well, Barota got down well at the feet of Alan Kennedy there. Dalglish, his little touch. And Kennedy, and now Dalglish, and a good piece of goalkeeping. Wilkins, on the back heel by Ray Wilkins to Ray Kennedy, and now Dalglish. Oh, and a good save!